Okay, so calculating the percent mass is very intuitive to me as far as what it means to find. If you have this compound and I want to know the percentage of nitrogen, hydrogen, and oxygen, then I look at the periodic table and I figure out how many grams there are per mole of each atom, and then multiply that by the total number of atoms in that mole, and then we're going to sum all that up to figure out exactly how much this entire atom weight or molecule weighs. Then finally you're going to take this answer and divide it by the total. So it literally means it would be just the same as how I broke your grades down. We used that example the other day. If something's 20, 20, and 60, and 20, and that would be 120%. But if it's 20, 20, and 60, then you can figure out how much of an impact getting a C in the 20% is by doing the same process. Okay, so let's do it. I went ahead and punched it in, and I found out that we have 28.014 grams of nitrogen. We have 4.032 grams of hydrogen, and we have 47.997 grams of oxygen. So let's add them all up, and we get 80.043 grams per mole of our ammonium nitrate. So this is grams per mole. Well, we won't write that right now. Grams of NH4NO3. So for my percent composition then, it's going to be nitrogen will be the 28.04 grams of nitrogen divided by 80.043 grams of the whole molecule, and then multiply that by 100. Let's do the same for hydrogen. I have the 4.032 grams of hydrogen divided by the 80.043 grams, and oxygen is, and times 100 is our 47.997 grams of oxygen divided by 80.043. So just a quick sanity check before you button push. I'm going to expect this to be a very small percentage. This is going to be my dominant one, so it should be well over 50%, more, no, maybe like 60%. And this one I'd expect to be about 30%, or slightly higher than that. So if you button push wrong, and you think about it ahead of time, and you get some odd number, you at least know what you're expecting. Okay, so I find that my excuse me, mental estimate was pretty close. So about 60%, 5%, and 34.9987%. So now let's talk sig figs, shall we? We came up with, what should this have been? 28.04, that should be a 0 after that. Oh, 28.014. 4.032. Cool. So 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, 4, and then 5, 2, and 5. Cool. So our limiting is going to be the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It means we're dividing out to here, to here, to here. And this will be to 4, to 4, to 4. Oh, the nightmares that we've created. Because now this is that endless question of, oh, I don't want to round because that's a little bit frightening. Things all start changing. because the 8's going to round the 9 up to 10, which is going to round this up to 10, which is going to round this up. So we end up with 35.00%. This one, no big deal, becomes 5.037%. And this one, again, no big deal, 5.96%. So if you have the string of 9s, you're going to get the cascade effect. When you cut something off, then that's going to round that up, and then the carryover rounds that up, and the final carryover rounds that up. So don't worry about it when it happens. It just does. So there we go. That is the mass percentage of each of the elements in this compound. So the next question asks us then how many grams. We want grams of nitrogen in 48.5 grams of ammonium nitrate. So the compound that we just did of NH4NO3. So the nice thing is that we've already computed the percent of nitrogen in ammonium nitrate. So this just becomes then, we have 48.5 grams of NH4NO3 times 0.3500. Actually, I'll just write it as a percent. Times 35. I'll use my sig figs. 35.00% nitrogen in NH4NO3. So my NH4NO3 cancels out, and I'm going to be in grams. This is, so I should have just written it this way. 0.3500. Jeez, oh Pete. 0.3500 nitrogen. That just means that's that percentage of nitrogen. This isn't a unit to worry about because it's just a multiplication factor. There we go. So that's what the answer is. And we get that we have 16.9744 grams of nitrogen, and to our sig figs is 3, so we have 17.0 grams of nitrogen in that compound. And that's it. So the next step we're going to skip a section and go to determining formulas, and then that's it for the week.